Good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. And we have in studio with us today a renowned Tobago designer, Miss Darriane Phillips, and she's here to speak to us about Tobago Fashion CODA. Good morning, Miss Phillips.
Good morning.
So, Miss Phillips, let's get straight into the interview and tell us what piqued your interest about Tobago Fashion CODA?
I mean, have you seen the past events? They have a really high standard. The quality of the designs that come out there are top tier. So it would have been, I think the last one I attended would have been 2018. And I was like, I have to get in the show. I have to get in the show. And when I heard that it was back, I was like, how am I going to get in the show? I was trying to just be, you know, a little bit laid back and not trying to show too much excitement about getting into the show. I did my little prayers behind the scenes, and here I am.
So is it that they reached out to you, or you reached out to them?
Yes, no, they reached out to me. I would have formed a connection with Mr. Richard Young,
Right.
who is the director of the fashion show segment, and because I go to a fashion show in Trinidad that he directs, and he would have reached out to me, making sure that I was interested before he spoke to the actual coordinator, Mr. Grant. And then we had the conversation, and here we are.
Okay, so I can see that you're very excited about this
I
show.
really am.
Okay, and just tell us what can persons expect, what can the fans of Darriane Phillips expect from you for Tobago Fashion CODA?
All right, so Euphoric Designs will be doing a full swimwear collection. I have never done a full swimwear collection. I would have had pieces, like one or two pieces in between collections with swimwear, but this one is just gonna be full-blown swimwear. So Monday wear kind of vibe,
Right.
actual swimwear that you could go into the beach and not be afraid of your parts showing and all of those things. Yeah, so.
Okay, and I see that you said that you're involved, you're excited about the show, you're excited about the event. But persons who really want to attend this event, how could they get tickets? That kind of that are there outlets where they could get tickets so that they could see Darriane's swimwear collection?
Right, so we have tickets in Tobago and Trinidad and online. In Tobago, you can get it at Magdalena, Renmas, Barcode, Progressive Power. In Trinidad is Eclipse Live, Claudia Pegas, and well, of course, online, Island e-tickets.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
So we're going back to Fashion CODA now. As a designer in Tobago, how important is it to have events like Tobago Fashion CODA within the space on the island?
You know, I really appreciate this question because I always get to show how passionate I am and how excited, how freeing it is to be a designer that is able to present a collection. Because when you're a designer and creating pieces for persons, you're kind of put in a box.
Yeah.
But when you have the opportunity to create a collection that speaks to you or that speaks to your brand or whatever you might be going through at the time, the freedom is there, the love, it comes out, the passion, it comes out, you know. The time that I would take to create these pieces would be late in the night after my son is in bed, because that is my me time.
Yes, yes.
You know, parents might want to go in the toilet and teeth a little snack and eat and that kind of thing. That's my thing, you know. So after he's in bed, I would take the time. I might be up till 12, 1 o'clock, and I'm just getting my work done, and I'm not feeling tired. Because I'm genuinely enjoying the process, you know. You realize, oh, this is not gonna fit how you want it to fit, so you rip it out and you do it over and that kind of thing. All of those things are a lot more exciting when you have to do it for your collection as opposed to when you have to do it for somebody.
So you're talking about doing the work late at night, and I want to just tap into what your creative process looks like. Persons know you more for African infused pieces. For this swimwear collection, can persons expect that, or are you going outside of the box? Tell us what your creative process sort of was like for this collection that is coming up.
Because so Euphoric Designs is all about how I feel, right? the reason I chose the name Euphoric Designs is because I feel a sense of euphoria when I'm creating.
Right.
And so I'm trying to, well, not trying to. That's basically what the collection would be about. It's not fully African. The fabric choice, I wouldn't consider it African, but it is vibrant. It speaks to Darriane.
Right.
You know? So actually for this one, it is, can I call it a wing it situation?
Right.
Because I actually was called after most of the designers. I was not the initial, one of the initial designers for the show. But when I got the initial call and the request that swimwear is one of the pieces, one of the collections that they might be most interested in, it was just about making sure that Darriane speaks through the pieces. Yeah. So that euphoric feeling that, you know, should come through the pieces. The vibrant colors.
Right.
A lot of skin.
So you stated that you were not one of the initial designers for the show, right? But you know what they say, they save the best for last.
Ooh.
Sometimes they save the best for last. So perhaps they saved you last because they know you're one of the best. But does that impact you in any sort of way, being called? I don't want to say last minute, but perhaps having a shorter time than you would have liked to prepare the pieces. Does that impact on you in any kind of way?
Does it? It might, because I would have already had orders. It's a busy weekend.
Yes.
You know, it's a busy weekend. So I would have already had orders in place probably from since March or beyond. January, to be very honest. Right? But when you love what you do, you just get it done.
Right.
You know?
Sleepless nights.
Yeah.
All right, so
late nights and early mornings.
Okay, so as we wrap up, just tell the persons once again where they could get tickets to come out to see Darriane Phillips and Euphoric Designs on the night of the 18th for the Tobago Fashion CODA event.
Right, so the Tobago Fashion CODA will be held on the 18th of April from 5 p.m. This is an all-inclusive event, so you're getting your food, you're getting your drinks, you're getting everything. Mr. Grant teased you up a little bit and with a red carpet, so you're feeling like royalty when you're walking in.
Right.
So come out in your dandan, come out for your dandan. You can get tickets at the Magdalena Grand, you can get tickets online, you can get tickets at Barcode, at Renmars, and at Progressive Power. Come and see Euphoric Designs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it yourself from the renowned Tobago designer Darriane Phillips. The Tobago Fashion CODA event is on April 18th for the during the Tobago Rhythm and Soul weekend. So get your tickets and come out to see Miss Phillips and a lot of other Tobago designers bring out their creative pieces. Thank you very much, Miss Phillips, for being on set with us this morning, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
So we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have conversations with Mr. Quincy Trim and Mr. Jason Julian, and they're going to be speaking about the Aspire event. But before we go, do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back after these messages.